Hello friends, it's Laura with Tot and Tittle Vintage Typewriters, and today we're going to do a typing demo for this 1963 Olympia SM5. And the SM5 only comes in this one finish, which is the eggshell finish with the turquoise accents and the chrome edging and then the white keys. So you'll know that you have an SM5 by this color scheme here. Now you can find an Olympia with the eggshell in the Monica series, but the Monica will have the label right here, and I can't remember, I'm not sure that they have chrome for the edges. I could be wrong on that, but the Monica definitely will have a label right here that says Monica, and it does also come in the eggshell. But otherwise, if you see this color scheme, you know you've got an SM5, and this one is from 1963. So here's a little peek at the kind of the typing, the type style and font that you have there. This one is pretty small on this particular one. This is 12 CPI characters per inch. And you can see I didn't have my margins set properly, and then I was typing before I realized that I needed to move my margins. But as you can see, I have my backing paper underneath, and which makes it really easy for setting margins. So I adjusted it and set it for my margins here. You can see right there, which I will do again. And that's why I love my backing paper. I just should have checked before I started typing. So our backing paper is available on our website. You can find a link to that below. So there we go, my margins are already set. And what I'm gonna do, this is a tutorial video, so actually let me take this out. We're gonna start from the back. We're gonna work our way forward, and I'll just show you how to use an Olympia SM5. First of all, you're going to want to know what this little lever is right here. I'm going to pull it up and then kind of tap my carriage really quick, and that is going to lock the carriage. So this carriage is not going to move. It's great for when you're storing it. Most of these come in a two-tone original case. They're usually like a silver and off-white look. Sometimes they can be a silver streamlined, but most of them come in a two-tone, like squared off case. When you get it, the carriage is probably locked, so you just press down on it. That releases the carriage. And then right here is the carriage release. Press down on it, and now you can move it. And the carriage only moves as far as you have the margins set. My margins are set pretty small right now because I was typing on a half sheet. But to change your margins, let me just show you that really quick. You have two things back here. These are your tabs, and you just press and drag your tabs. And then your margins. So you've got your left margin, you press down and drag, and your right margin, press down and drag. So I'm just gonna adjust my margins, and then I'll reset them here in a second. Also back here is your paper holder. So I don't know if you can see that or not. That comes in handy, keeps your paper from flopping over. So I'm gonna fold that back down. And then to load your paper, and I recommend you always use multiple sheets, or like this is one of our backing papers that comes in two sizes and a pack of 12. It's only $16, and that includes free shipping. So sometimes I like to load my paper in the middle. Some people like to load their paper all the way off to the left. And it doesn't really matter, especially if you're using backing paper. So I'm gonna pull that, you load it in the back, just set it there, and then you turn your handle, pull that around. Now, if it was uneven, this is a paper release over here on the right side. Just pull that forward, and then you can move your paper around. And then I like just make sure it's nice and even, re-engage it. And then I'm gonna set my margin. So I'm a little bit too far, so I'm gonna bring it, line it up. Oops. I'm gonna line it up with this line right here. So I'll find my margin. There we go, push it over. And now I'm gonna come over here and do the same with the right. So now they're set. Okay, and that bell is so sweet. And then I've got my center line, so I can put it right there if I want. And so the bell tells you that, hey, you're at the end of the line and time for you to hit your return handle and advance to the next line. And over here on the left side, you have your line selector. Right now it's on single spacing, but I can do double and I can do triple. So that is your option there. And again, that's over here on the left side. So right now I'm going to move my carriage back to the middle just for now. And actually, I am going to move my carriage all the way to the left because we're going to open up the top. And so make sure you do that. Otherwise, your handle is going to hit the top of your typewriter. So we're just going to pop that open. It should pop up pretty easy. Inside, you're going to see your spools. We happen to have some metal spools in here, but any universal ribbon spool will work in your Olympia SM5. What's holding the spools in are two little arms. This is full of ribbon, so it's kind of sticking out. This one's empty of ribbon. And so there it is right there. So to take them out, you just hold the arm back, pull that up. It comes all the way out, and then re-engage it. Also, when you load it, make sure your ribbon comes around the outside over the top through this little, I call them little double barrels here, and all the way through the vibrator, and again through your double barrel, over the top, around the back, and underneath. And that is how you thread it. Let me hold it up here so you can kind of see how it was threaded through the vibrator. Each one is a little different, but that will help you. Each typewriter model is a little different, but that one should help you understand how to thread it. We do have a typewriter playlist, not typewriter, sorry, a ribbon playlist where Rob has made a few videos on changing ribbons. Once you've done a few, you really get an idea of how you can change them on any of them. Here's your type bars and your typing basket. Also, to reverse the direction of your ribbon, you just press on these right here. It doesn't matter which one. And in fact, when this is closed, you can just pop like that. So when you get to the end of your spool, you'll notice that either the typewriter will either stop typing, or you'll notice the font gets really faint and your ribbon looks really tight. So there's nothing wrong with your typewriter. Just stop, reverse the ribbon, and then start typing again, and just go back and forth till you use up all of the ribbon, all of the ink in your ribbon. It should last you quite a while. Okay, but be careful, like I did, I got ink on here. So the ink, it's very messy, so either wear gloves or just have a damp cloth nearby. Okay, so coming down here, and you can see the keyboard. I love the keyboard on the SM5 because it is suitable for petite hands. Those keys are pretty close to each other, so please keep that in mind. If you have larger fingers, this might be frustrating for you, so the SM5 may not be for you. But if you have an SM5 that you found, I hope this video is helpful for you. While there might be a little effort required, especially if you're not used to typewriters, you will build up the strength in your fingers, but you should have no problem even if you have petite hands like I do. All right, so we already talked about, this is the carriage lock, and then over here we have our tab. So you can just see it'll just tab through, and you can set the tabs wherever you would like if you use them. This arrow is a backspace. Remember, backspace does not erase, you just backspace. So when you're typing, you're going to make mistakes. That is just part of using a typewriter. And so you can, X out a word, or you can do a line through it, whichever you prefer. If it's a similar, like a P with a Q or something, you could just type over it, and it's not going to be too noticeable, but it's up to you how you handle those mistakes. A lot of times I prefer to X through a word and then retype the word next to it. Okay, so down here you have your shift. So that's from lowercase to uppercase, from number to symbol. So your numbers are up here, and then when you use the shift, then you can use your symbols. This is your shift lock if you want to use all caps, and then to remove it, just press the bigger shift button and that will release. And then finally we have the margin release. So when that bell goes off, it's telling you, hey, time to go to the next line. But maybe you're in the middle of the word and you want to finish it, but your carriage stops. Well, then you just hit MR and you'll see it kind of jumps a little bit. You can finish typing your word and then go on to the next line. So let me type a sentence really quick for you. And that is how to use an Olympia SM5. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks so much for watching and happy typing.